that good life. We're living with Jimmy B. We're living it up. We're living that good life. We're living with Jimmy B.
Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I post another video. Hello, and welcome to this episode of Living with Jimmy B. Today, I'll show you how to make the ultimate seafood platter. So let's get started. I start with my filleted ocean perch, and I doused it in regular plain old flour, nothing fancy. And what that does is it allows any moisture to be absorbed. It also gives my wet batter something to adhere to. I placed my flour fillets on a cooling rack because I want air to circulate completely around it. Once I'm done flouring my fillets, I'm going to set them aside and let them rest at room temperature for about 20 minutes. I have colossal shrimp that I bought pre-cleaned, shell on and tail on. I'm going to go ahead and remove the shell and the tail. It makes for a really great stock for shrimp scampi, seafood scampi, clam chowder, anything you like. You can see where the intestine has already been removed for me, but I'm going to take it a step further. And if you look on the other side, you can see that the vein is still there. I like to remove that, so I'm just going to make an incision along where I can see the vein, and once I do that, I'm just able to take the tip of my knife and just pop it out and just pull it. have 2 cups of plain flour that I'm about to season. I have onion powder, about 2 tablespoons, MSG, about a teaspoon, about a tablespoon of adobo, and be careful with this because it contains salt. And to make my beer batter more crunchy, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Give it all a stir, and now I'm ready to add my beer. Now, I'm not particular about what type of beer that I use, but some of you may find that you may like a particular type of beer, a lager, or maybe a beer from your local brewery or something. But I find that any typical beer works well. And I'm just going to add the beer until I mix it and it comes to a pancake consistency. I don't want it too runny, so you want it as though you're making pancakes. When you get that consistency, that's when you know that you have enough beer. Beer has yeast in it, y'all, so it will act as a leavener, and you don't need to use any baking powder. The yeast will act as a leavener and give you a nice fluffy texture. I've preheated my vegetable oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm ready to add my onions to my tempura. I'm going to do a double fry on my onion rings. So I've dipped them in my beer batter, and I'm going to let them rest for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to place them in the opposite fryer. I have store-bought French fries, but I'm still going to do a double fry on them for 5 minutes each. And I find that when you do the double fry, even with the store-bought, you get a creamier texture inside and a crispier texture outside. While I'm doing the first fry on my French fries, I'm going to do the second fry on my onion rings. They've rested for about 2 minutes and they're ready to go. You'll know they're done when they turn a golden brown color and they begin to float to the top. You know that vegetable oil that you have left from that fried chicken? It makes for a great beer battered fish, so use it over again. It makes it taste wonderful. But here's the catch. You can only use recycled vegetable oil from your fried chicken to fry fish, not the other way around. You cannot use recycled vegetable oil from your fried fish to fried chicken. I'm going to add my beer battered perch in the pot where I have my French fries because I do want an overlap, because that'll ensure that everything is hot at the same time when I get ready to prepare my dinner plate. My French fries look just about done. They've turned a golden brown color and they're starting to float to the top. Always strain your fried foods or place them on a cooling rack. The next best thing to a strainer or cooling rack are paper towels. Now I'm going to add the remainder of my ocean perch, and I want to take into account that I'm adding these last pieces about 3 minutes later than the initial pieces. So I need to make sure that when I remove it, I remove the initial pieces before I remove the pieces that I'm putting in now. I'll be able to identify them because they'll be a golden color and they'll rise to the top. I'm going to give that batter an opportunity to set, and then I'm just going to give it a gentle stir just to make sure that it's not sticking together. My French fries look about done. They're floating. They've turned a golden brown color. So I'm just going to fish them out and place them alongside my onion rings. It looks like my first batch of ocean perch are ready to come out too. You may notice that I'm removing all of my perch, and the reason being is I'm going to do a double fry on those pieces I put in last. Now I'm ready to batter and deep fry my shrimp. I chose to do those last because they only take about 5 minutes, the least amount of time. So I'm going to add my perch back into my grease, the ones that I cooked last. The same applies to the shrimp. Try to identify those pieces that you put in first by their buoyancy. They'll usually rise to the top and they'll be a more golden brown color than some of the pieces that you put in last. So while the last of my shrimp are going, I'm just going to go ahead and start plating. And I made some homemade tartar sauce. I just threw together some horseradish sauce and some Hellmann's mayonnaise and relish, sweet relish, and a little sriracha. Please like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I post another video.